Oh, yeah.
Cool, we ready. You can start.
Who can start?
You.
Why do I gotta start all the time?
Because you white.
You white, you start the podcast.
Because you white, it's the only thing.
Welcome to Permakid Podcast, episode 38. Record date, June 15, 2016. Almost said 2006. We're gonna go back in time. No, the reason I said the date is because E3 just kicked off.
Electronic Expo Entertainment. It's 3 E's, so I call it E3.
And we're a gaming podcast, so of course we're going to talk about the things that we've seen, the things we've heard about, our opinions about them, what games we're excited about, what games we don't give a fuck about, and which companies did the best job of showcasing their shit.
I'm going to go in order, so this will just be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go from who started Sunday and who ended Tuesday.
Take it away, Henry.
So EA was first. When you think of EA, you're going to think of what?
EA Sports.
You're going to think of Madden, which they showed. And it was just like, cool, Madden again. It looks the exact same as the last fucking 6 years.
6 years.
Then they showed FIFA. And it's like, cool, it looks the exact same. But there's a twist. FIFA has a campaign mode.
They never did before?
Nuh-uh.
Do they have jetpacks of the game yet?
No.
Fuck that
But
shit.
there's a campaign where you play some dude named Alex Hunter, and you're like going through his life basically. Like it's like career mode basically.
It's new.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But it actually seems kind of cool because it shows like his actual life and like what he went through to get there and shit. So I was like, that actually is kind of cool.
For some reason, I'm just sitting here like thinking of the story mode of Shaq Fu. But except with soccer balls, so he's just like kicking fire soccer balls and kicking people.
Minus everything that game represented.
They could really hit it out of the ballpark with this one.
Yeah.
Because if it goes back in like a flashback and you're like a kid on a sand lot and there's kids like bullying you and then you play soccer against them and shit and like that would be really fun.
Like you see him dealing with like family issues and shit like that, so it does go pretty deep. So that's kind of cool. That's new. I was like, all right, that's cool. Titanfall 2 finally showed its campaign and multiplayer trailer.
Did the first one have a campaign?
Nope.
So this one does. So they're having campaigns.
Exactly. The first one didn't have a campaign and it was only on Xbox. This one's on everything and it has a campaign.
Is it bad that we're getting excited that games are adding single player modes?
Yeah, I shouldn't be feeling that way.
But
I'm not gonna lie, it does look fun. It does look cool. There's the Titans. Some of the Titans have fucking swords. And
Pacific Rim.
It pretty much.
Now,
and
I think that Titanfall did so well because the Xbox One came out and there wasn't a lot of games. That's how I felt about the Wii when people bought Red Steel. It's like it might not have been the best game.
Yeah.
But it was a game.
Yeah.
The game itself was cool. The game was fine. It was just that there wasn't enough content. It lasted about 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, people were playing that, like, within a week.
What was that Roman game that, the worst thing is when you get a console day one and you have, like, 6 games to choose from. And everyone's, oh, look how good it looks, or look at this. And they never hold up. So, yeah, Titanfall 2 is out. And they're probably adding the stuff to actually make it a legitimate game.
Yeah, they actually listen to people, and now they're just like, cool, we need a campaign. It looks fun. I mean, multiplayer looks tight, too. Like, multiplayer was never bad. It was just that there wasn't enough to do. So,
nice. Now
I can grapple and hook people and, like, pull them towards me and, like, do things. It looks pretty tight.
But now that it's going up against, like, games like Overwatch...
Oh, no.
Yeah,
it's not good. It's not going to compete with that.
So much shit you can do in that game.
Yeah, because the first one left a bad taste in people's mouth, but it didn't have a campaign, so now they're going to be like...
Too little, too
kind
late.
of hesitant to get this one. But it does look fun, though. I'll buy it in that, if it goes to that recycle bin for like $30-$40. I'm not paying full price for it, though. And the big gun that EA brought out, of course, it's their own game, was Battlefield 1, which goes back to World War I. That game the trailer broke the record for the highest amount of views of a game trailer out of anything because everybody has been saying rest in peace Call of Duty, and at first I was just like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, but then I was like, you know what, man, after what I saw the other day and after I saw the response, they may be right, man. I think this because Call of Duty already has the least amount of pre-orders it's ever had.
Well,
like it's that real.
So they don't even care about Call of Duty 4 anymore.
No, I thought that was gonna be the saving grace because the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare comes with a remaster of Modern Warfare, which everybody loves and it's their favorite thing, and people are still just like, no,
not into it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Call of Duty. I never was, but if this is the game that brings people over, it's weird because you're either Battlefield or you're Call of Duty. You're one or the other, and I've always liked Battlefield more.
Yeah.
And this it's cool. I haven't seen the trailer at all, but from what I'm hearing, I don't believe it. Because the Call of Duty fans, and I'm trying to be careful here because I'm normally very insulting, but the Call of Duty fans are so hard-headed.
Not anymore,
and
man.
for them to like see something and be like, "We're coming over," they
switched.
I gotta check this out.
That trailer is awesome. I can't lie. It does look good. Battlefield gave them what they wanted, so now everybody's just like, it's time to jump ship. So
Okay.
It does look tight, man.
They still got tanks. They still got all this. Yeah.
They did like a little player event at E3 where it was like Zac Efron's team versus Jamie Foxx, and it was like 30 on 30.
Nice.
So it was insane.
That sounds fun.
I think the game was there, and it was like Wiz Khalifa and Snoop. A bunch of other people were all playing. It does look tight, man. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, man, it might be Rip Call of Duty. It might be time.
R.I.P. in peace.
Yeah, that's pretty much all EA had that I gave a shit about. So that's
Cool.
pretty much done. They showed Mafia 3 for like 2 hours, and
You've been waiting on that for a long time.
Yeah, that game looks incredible. Like, they showed a whole bunch of gameplay footage of it, and it looks beyond amazing. Did you watch Hillmont Grove? Did you ever watch that?
A little bit, just like first couple episodes.
There's this one dude in there that was in there. He's the main character of Mafia 3. Or
He's a half black, half white guy.
Yeah, that weird dude. Yeah, I mean it's Mafia game. Like the main guy from Mafia 2, Vito, is in this one too, but this takes place like in the 60s in New Orleans, I think. That's what it is. So it's all kinds of just racism going on throughout the entire game.
You probably get to like bash people's heads in for saying like fucked up.
Who the hell are you, boy? Like it's all that going on the entire time. It's just like
you just go get in a car and drive over them.
Yeah. I mean, if you play the other ones, Mafia 2 was probably one of the best games from 360 back then. So
I only played a little bit of Mafia 1, and it was all right.
Yeah, I didn't get into 1. I just bought 2 one day when it was like $3, and I played it, and I was like, man, this storyline's fucking tight. It was good.
I finally got out of that Mafia culture fandom like right as that game came out.
Yeah. If
I had just held on a little bit longer, I would probably be obsessed with those games.
This one doesn't feel as like mobbish, I guess you could say. It's when I say it, because mobbish, you think of like dudes in suits and like fucking
Italians.
tilted. Exactly.
Yeah,
this is far from that. This is just like a black dude who's just like who got fucked over, and now he's just like I'm
building
getting
his way up.
Yeah. So that looks cool. Walking Dead showed a teaser to the third season.
Oh,
it was like it was a very small teaser. It was just her and some random dude walking down, and she like it shows her, and she looks old.
Older.
She aged like I think like 2 or 3 years. I mean, you could tell. It's weird. And I noticed during the freeze frame, like one of her fingers is like half missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck happened with that shit, but yeah, I kind of freaked out.
It's a glitch in the game. Everybody's like, "Oh shit, we have to put it in there now."
Like, why does she look like Zack from Power Rangers? He's missing fingers. Next conference
shout out to Walter Jones.
Yeah. Next conference was Bethesda.
Boo.
Boo.
They never make anything good.
What?
Oh, wait, did you say Bethesda?
Yeah.
I thought you said Bethesda. Bethesda makes all the good games.
They showed
what did they do?
Everything. They showed there's a new Quake coming out called Quake Champions. They didn't show it was just a CG trailer, which a lot of people did. But,
is it going to be running off that Doom engine?
Yeah, I think
nice.
so. So that's cool. I think they're making this more towards like competitive play, like as far as esports and shit.
Quake game to run off of a Doom engine.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
They're rebooting Prey. I don't think did anybody play Prey?
I didn't.
I didn't either, but I heard it was. From what I heard, it was actually a really good game. But so they're rebooting it, and it looked cool from what it was. They have a new expansion for Elder Scrolls Online. I can't remember what it's called. It's Bloodton.
Are you gonna get back into it?
Eventually. That's a lot. Finish it.
I'll say that's work on top of work, and then they're gonna be a DLC of pile of more work, and you're gonna be just like, I don't know what to do with this anymore.
I haven't gotten to the first 3 DLCs I bought.
See?
Oh no!
It's that long.
There's
of a
already
game.
that much DLC.
Yeah.
I feel like that game came out a week ago.
A week ago from a year from now.
Jeez.
Fallout 4 was announced with. It's gonna be available for the HTC Vive.
I don't know what that is.
That's VR.
Oh, I don't want to play that game with VR.
That you
That's all
don't. I'm about to say,
That's all I gotta say is I don't want to VR that game.
that and Doom are gonna be available next year for.
Well, now that
VR.
you can mod it, maybe people will make the character, just the shading. Just it feels still too cartoony, and just having a VR helmet on in that world's not going to do anything for me, unless the modders really get in there and make it like HD as fuck. Then
I'm assuming they are because they're making it for the HTC Vive, so
okay.
I'm assuming it's geared for that specific reason.
So just make it look better, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, VR is here and it's making its presence felt. The last thing they showed was Dishonored 2, which I know neither one of y'all care about.
I liked Dishonored a lot.
You did?
The first one. It was very short, and in the end, the choices you make don't really the ending. Like the different endings aren't worth the stress you go through to get them. Yeah. And you got to basically not have fun to
Get the good ending.
to get the good ending. So fuck it.
Yeah, I was the complete. I was as far as liking it. That's where I hate.
You
that
can't
game.
hide a body on the ground because rats are gonna eat it, and then you're gonna be evil because of that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Come on. So, but it was fun to stop time when a dude shot at you, and then teleport him in front of his own bullet and make time go again, and he shoots himself and is like, oh, what the fuck.
Unfortunately, if you do that 4 times in one stage, you get this little chaotic
You're evil.
rating, and
I'm
now
having fun. You
you're
gave me
heading toward
powers.
the bad.
You gave me powers, I'm using them.
Damn.
It just got to the point to where I was just using my powers just to run from people. I was just darting through the streets as soon as I caught too many bullets.
It would be fun if Dishonored was, and I know you guys are tired of open world games, but to have those abilities in a Fallout type game or Skyrim, to be able to phase through shit, that would be fucking awesome. Just make it open world.
I mean, it looked cool. I don't know the whole storyline with it. I just know it takes place 15 years after the first one. So you're playing as the queen chick, whatever the fuck her name is.
The little girl.
Whoever
I'm gonna say Lisbeth, because I don't fucking remember.
No, when you see the trailer for Dishonored 2, it's in a different area, but it looks like BioShock Infinite. It's weird.
It already looked like BioShock.
Yeah. So, but you play as her, and you can either play as her or as her little guardian, one of those two. So it's separate things. It looks cool, whatever. I'm not gonna get it because I didn't play the first one.
I'll wait till it's $15.
And they did announce a Skyrim remaster for Xbox One.
I will be playing that.
PS4 and stuff.
Nope.
What's your problem with Skyrim?
I ain't got that kind of time. I got too many games to play. The dragons, the Daedra. It was too much to do.
I played through that game so many times. To do different characters and all sorts of shit.
I was a werewolf and then a vampire lord, then a werewolf again, a high elf, a dark elf, a Rengar for 5 minutes.
That's one game for 5 minutes. That's one game that my wife can actually play, that she actually likes to play, which is weird because she won't play Fallout. And I'm like, it's the same fucking game. It's just a different setting. She doesn't know what it is, but Skyrim she can play. And I want my kids to grow up knowing that their mom plays video games.
That's a good goal. That's an awesome goal to have.
So I'm getting that Skyrim.
But I don't think I can deal with Lydia anymore, so I'm out. I'm not going near Skyrim. I'll wait for Elder Scrolls 6.
Hopefully they'll add stuff because there was so much that. Well, now that you
it'll have mod support.
Yeah, it's gonna have mod support. So that's another thing that's oh shit.
It wasn't even the fact that Lydia was annoying. It was just the fact that she was fucking annoying.
She was getting in my way a lot.
Exactly. It wasn't the NPCs killing her. It was me.
And I wanted to do things with her, but she was just staring at me. Take your clothes off. She was like, nah.
Like, I'm aiming over there in that area, Lydia. Move!
Dog meat!
Well, the next group was Microsoft. They went Monday.
Microsoft.
And they started off with Gears of War 4 as kind of expected. This time they didn't just show some little trailer where they're running around in the fucking rain and then it goes black. This one was like a full like
Gameplay
level of it, yeah. And I mean, if you like Gears of War, you'll like Gears of War 4 basically. So
yeah, are you playing as like Marcus Phoenix's like son this time around?
Yeah. His name's like I think his name is JD or some shit like that.
I only played the first one. I see the appeal big time, especially since I played the Ghostbusters game and it's the exact same, like third person over the shoulder, running around, wonky kind of controls. I see the appeal, but Gears of War just isn't for me.
See, I never bought any of them. Shout out to Kenny. I would just borrow from him, but I played 1, 2, and 3. They're all good. I liked all of them. I didn't play Judgment, and everybody said Judgment was whack, so I was just like, whatever. But the storyline of it himself is just like, it's really well written.
I felt like those games are you go into a room and you're defending something against hordes. And then you go into another room and you're defending it against hordes. I mean, that's all it is.
That's pretty much every game now anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 90% of the rooms in Destiny.
It just depressed me heavily.
No, it's the PvP is good too. So I mean, all of that together, like the storyline is action filled. It's sad. It makes you want to cry at times. People die, and you're just like, man, why? And it's really fucked up. But the end of that gameplay, they showed like another trailer for it. And at the end, you see this door opens, and there's just like grayed out Marcus Phoenix, and he said something. Everybody was like,
I'm back.
"Oh shit, Marcus! Look old as fuck, man. Looks like fucking Raiden over here, but like swole."
Swole Raiden.
Next game on the show was Recore. Recore is it's like a platforming puzzle game.
Spell that for me.
Recore. Recore. It was made by Keiji Ifune, who made Metal Gear, who made Mega Man, and the person who made Metroid also made this game with him. So these are two incredible minds together.
Jesus.
That made this game Recore.
Holy
Making a puzzle game?
It's like a platform puzzle. You play as this girl who in like.
Well, Metroid was a puzzle game because you had to figure out like, okay, I'm in this fucking room and I don't know how to get out, and I got stuck in those games a lot. You have to
that's true.
Move around. It's almost like how Zelda is a puzzle game.
Like, when I think of puzzle games, I never think of a game where I actually have like a actual weapon to kill shit.
Of like Limbo.
It goes into a puzzle mode or something.
Yeah. Limbo or Max Curse or Brotherhood, shit like that. You do have a type of weapon, but it's not something that you use to kill a massive amount of shit.
This was like a platform / puzzle. It's like kind of
the guy that made Mega Man and the guy that made Metroid are coming together to make a platform game.
Yeah.
A platformer puzzler.
I don't know the story. All I know is that like it has to do with these little balls that like of energy that power up different like mechanized things.
That's
like,
the
she
puzzle.
has like a mechanical dog that. She has like this robotic dog that uses that record thing, and then you have to like
take it out of him,
and you can put him in other different. Yeah, you can take it out of him and put it in another one, like like this gigantic robot and power him back up, and you can switch and shit.
I want everything to do with Record.
It does look fun. I can't front.
I'm on the fence about that.
How dare you? That sounds awesome.
Who fucking cares? Forza Horizon 3, anyone? Who gives a shit? Cool.
No, hold on, man. That game.
Forza?
No, I'm serious. I'm playing. Go ahead and move on.
Yeah. You know what Forza is? Forza is that game that it's gonna always be great, but now you just don't care that anymore. You just I know it's good. Who cares?
It's Madden. It's FIFA. Yeah. It's Forza. It's always gonna look better. Yeah. Its gameplay is always gonna be the same.
Yeah. So it's just like whatever. The only cool thing they added was now it's crossplay with PC and Xbox, and you can like join games, all that shit. Other than that's the same shit. Who cares?
It's like, oh man, I beat your ass. Well, that's because I'm playing with a fucking keyboard and mouse. Oh, okay.
They showed the new Division expansion called Underground for like a 30-second, and it was just like, oh, whatever. The next game was Final Fantasy 15. Jesus Christ.
Hey man, let me get some of that dentine ice.
All I know is. Oh, that's a day one purchase for me. I've been waiting for that game for like 2 years or 3 years.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut when it comes to Final Fantasy.
Look, I know you got hatred for because of 7. I'm assuming this has a part to do with it.
10 and 10-2 were the last good ones.
10's great. I didn't care for 10-2, but I love 10.
Well, I'm a closeted homosexual, so I really like 10-2.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Alyssa liked it too, man. She's good people.
I think we all have. I don't think any of us kind of go with the whole Final Fantasy majority there. I mean, I like 7, but apparently I was one of the few people that didn't like 8 or 9. So
I loved 8.
I liked 8 and 9. I like 7, 8, and 9.
7's cool, but it's so overrated.
Some people say that, and I can see why they say that.
Story's not even that good.
But then I'm like, is it the hipster thing of saying that, or is it
man.
really? Because I played through that game twice.
It takes forever to play through. It's
4
slow
discs.
paced. Fuck that.
It's 4.
What was it? Materia? Like that system wasn't even that good. I really like 10, where you put the orbs in the grid. I loved that level up system. And I just... And
to be fair though, that was a pretty big gap in time of like how that game changed.
Well, Final Fantasy VIII then, I loved the GFs, the summon system, and being able to like tap X, and then when they like you power them up even more. And then the card game in Final Fantasy VIII was like the best friggin' side game. I got sidetracked just doing that.
Who was the character in 8 though?
Squall.
It was like when you look at that, like those characters weren't near as memorable.
Zell?
Not near as memorable as
he had the
7
Mike
was.
Tyson tattoo on his face. He was cool.
Those characters weren't near as memorable as 7 was. Neither are 9 either.
8 and 9.
10 could be questionable, but 8 and 9 were not near as
10 had Lulu.
10,
you can't forget those boobies.
10 had Riku, exactly.
8 and 9 did speed up the battle
Waka,
the battle thing.
Titus,
with 7, you had the turn-based Pokemon type
Maester
battle.
Seymour. Sorry.
But I felt like 8
was that Summon Yojimbo in 10?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. And I feel like with 8, I feel like I was playing Kotar, and I like Kotar, but it didn't work to me, it didn't work well with Final Fantasy, so I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Final Fantasy introduced me to RPGs, and it'll always have a special place in my heart. But then I played Pokemon, and I was like, oh, RPGs can be fun. And actually...
With the same story over and over, though?
Actually strategic.
Look, I'm going to battle this Pokemon. Fuck Pokemon. I'm going to say that shit.
Fuck you! Hold on!
Pokemon is the most overrated series in the entire world of video games. I said that shit.
Here's the thing for me. When I play Final Fantasy, I spend so much time because of those fucking long stories, huge side quests that take me so far away.
But you knew what you were getting into playing it, though.
But in the end, it's just me alone. But with Pokemon, the more time I put into it, my friends are going to see that because I'm going to fucking destroy them in a battle.
It's not the same type of game, though.
You're spending time in an RPG, but it's more social.
You're comparing NBA Jam to NBA Live.
Yeah, because NBA Jam was more fun.
For like 2 minutes, and after a while,
you got fun.
It was fun putting in codes and shit. But other than that, after a while,
NFL Blitz is more fun than Madden.
No, the fuck it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
I just played NFL
When's
Blitz
the last
again.
Blitz game came out?
I don't give a fuck. I played.
Nobody wants to play it.
I played the one for the Nintendo 64 just like last week, and I had so much fun.
Nostalgia. That's all that is.
It's not nostalgia. I had so much fun with it.
That game was fun for like a couple of days,
Pokemon,
and then it got set to the side, and Madden came back like it does every single year.
I'm obviously not a hardcore RPG gamer because my favorite RPG is Super Mario RPG. Which is made by Square Enix.
That was something which had a Final Fantasy boss in it.
And I liked it. I liked that.
That was when they started introducing that little push a button action role play.
I don't want things to get overly complicated in an RPG.
See, but when you play them though, you usually go in thinking it already. So if you think otherwise, that's where I'm confused.
Simple.
I don't
4 mechanics. Give me a cute story, fun characters, and an easy mechanic that I can just understand and get to the end with.
I don't think those are hard to understand.
I couldn't even play Bravely Default because they were adding way too much shit. It hurt my brain. I'm too old, man. I can't be signing up for these long Final Fantasy games or these RPGs that are like, you just leveled up to 100. Prestige as a new type of character. And I'm like, no!
But you want to play Skyrim. You see why that doesn't make sense to me?
But Skyrim is singular. You pick like 2 things and you stick to it, and then you start over and you pick 2 things and you go into it.
How is it fun doing the same thing over and over with just
because
a different
you do it with different abilities. It's a different gameplay. Now you're summoning dudes instead of shooting dudes with arrows. You can't do that in Final Fantasy.
I don't think
you play as one character who has the same shit, and then you have friends.
Wait a minute, you can't do it. You can now, and you can do it in Final Fantasy.
In 15?
No, in Type 0 you could. Just throwing that out
This
there.
This was a bad argument because honestly, Final Fantasy is a good franchise. It is a good game, and Final Fantasy 15, a lot of people are going to be free. The main reason I'm kind of pissed off right now is because the demo's out, right? Jana downloaded it on my Xbox, and I felt like it was dirty because of it. And I deleted it hard.
Why?
Because I don't want Final Fantasy on an Xbox. For me, that's always going to be PlayStation in my head. I don't ever want to play a Final Fantasy game on an Xbox. It makes me feel dirty.
It shouldn't at all. I could care less. I'm cool
you know
with
what?
that.
I felt that way about 10 years ago when I played Sonic the Hedgehog on my Wii. But
When you were like a kid, and you were just like, it's not a big deal
Now
anymore. Like,
now he belongs on Nintendo or
yeah.
wherever.
Yeah, now I feel like if I don't play Sonic the Hedgehog on Wii, I'm not going to play Sonic the Hedgehog apparently.
Time out. I don't know if this is on your docket, but did you guys see the Lego Dimensions trailer?
yeah,
Sonic is a whore.
Yeah.
He's in that. I didn't even know they made Sonic Legos.
He got released along with the new Ghostbusters,
Gremlins, Goonies,
Adventure Time.
Yeah. Like, you guys realize, like, I have to get Lego Dimensions now.
I want it. I don't want to pay $100 for it, though.
I can't pay all that money. I can't be buying all the toys for it.
They already had Ghostbusters, and I was tempted. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck about Scooby-Doo. I don't give a shit about any of this other stuff.
So now you got 2 Ghostbuster
teams of Ghostbuster teams. The Gremlins, the Goonies.
I could get to play as fucking Chunk and Data.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Yeah.
To break some Legos.
I've been wanting to get Lego
Portal,
Dimensions, but
Back to the Future.
I can't justify my spending of that right. I don't know why. I'm just like, it's $100, man.
And honestly, I think I know. We already know the answer to this, but does the introduction of Sonic mean that we're going to see other video game characters?
Lego's gonna take everything.
Yeah.
I bet we're gonna see Steve from Minecraft because they have those Lego sets. And
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's probably like a Mario one now. I don't know.
Their possibilities endless with that shit.
They're gonna put in everybody that has a name. We're gonna see Lane Lowry in.
We're gonna be in it. Yeah.
That'd be a weird game.
All right.
Oh, what the fuck was next? Oh, Minecraft. They talked about it's something, I don't remember the name of that version, but now it's just gonna be, they talk about crossplay pretty much. Like the chick did this, the girl on stage did a demo where she was playing with her iPad. Another dude was over there playing on his PC. Another person was playing on his cell phone, and somebody else was playing on something else, and they were all in the same world.
Oh wow!
So I was like, that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That kind of upsets me because I bought 3 PC accounts. Because I had a kid, so he would grow up to be able to play Minecraft with me and Cassidy, and so now that's all. Like when he gets old enough, we're just gonna be able to do it on whatever.
Now he's just gonna be in the bathroom playing on his cell phone.
Yeah, be like, farm more carrots, kill that sheep. Shut up, Dad! I'm taking a shit.
They didn't name Nintendo in that though, so I don't know how that's gonna go as far as their game.
Minecraft and Nintendo just seem like such a good partnership, and they need to quit playing games.
They released the Mario pack for it already, so I mean it is like. Yeah,
that's probably.
It's
got to be a hint to something.
Yeah, it's just whether it's going to be crossplay. I don't know if on their side if they're going to do it or not. It's dumb for them to not do it, but whatever.
So people who already own Minecraft on one platform, are they going to be able to re-download it for free on other platforms?
I think you're going to have to
rebuy it. Yeah, I thought so. Because with Skyrim, when they do the remake, they said if you already had the legendary, all the DLCs or the legendary version of Skyrim on computer, then the remaster is free.
Oh, shnikes.
So.
Bethesda's cool.
Yeah.
That Bethesda door that sucks.
Bethesda door. Inside, I don't know if you remember this game from like 2 years ago. The creators of Limbo made it, and everybody. Yeah.
I don't care what it's about. Yeah. Creators of Limbo made it. I'm in.
I've been wanting to play this for the longest. They finally gave a fucking release date or said anything at all. So it comes out June 29th. So that's kind of cool. It's like in 2 weeks.
Dang.
Yeah, so I was like, good, kudos for you. And when they announced that, they made it to where Limbo was free on Xbox Live for people to go download. So that was tight.
If you haven't played Limbo yet, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, please buy that game so I can unfuck you.
True.
No, just stay on the fuck you list.
I'm gonna do things.
Yeah, Limbo's cool.
The CD Projekt Red, who made Witcher 3, announced another game, and apparently in Witcher 3 there was a card game that everybody fucking sat down and played for fucking hours called Gwent. Well, now they're bringing Gwent as their own its own standalone game.
Nice.
And I was like, cool.
That's pretty cool.
I know it's hot right now with the whole card game thing with like Hearthstone and Magic.
Yeah.
So cool.
Man, I had fun playing Texas Hold'em and Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Maybe they should make a game about Texas Hold'em. Wait a minute.
Texas Hold'em doesn't have like dragons and shit like fighting each other.
It would be cool to be able to play Texas Hold'em in real life someday.
And it's not called Gwent. Gwent is a way cooler name than Texas Hold'em.
Gwent. Pazak.
So it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sure.
All right.
I think they're working on a way to make that Star Wars game. There's a Pazak and then there's something else, but they're trying to make that into a real game, and that'd be cool.
True.
Okay.
Tekken 7 was next.
Tekken 7?
Yeah, but this time it just basically showed a trailer with Akuma fighting against Heihachi,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pretty epic.
There's
fight.
a fan base
badass.
that's gonna freak out, and they're gonna be like, "Yes."
I should be. Akuma's my favorite character. Heihachi's one of my favorite characters. I should be excited right now, but I just don't feel like doing fighting games anymore. Yeah. I'm old.
Again, I just want to play this. I want somebody else to get it, and then I can go over their house and play it.
Kenny,
I need you to buy every game that I don't want to play, and then let me borrow.
Just invite us over.
It looked tight. I mean, it's as tight as the trailer could look. It was just them two fight each other for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
it's something that I've always wanted to see. Like, how it would be if Akuma fought against Heihachi. Like, these are the two badasses. Like, who would win?
But at the same time, it's the Forza, the Madden, the FIFA. It's coming out the same shit.
I think I'm making peace with the fact that fighting games are just party games. That upsets me to say that.
I mean, that crowd.
But the best, but the
Talking
best time
shit.
to play, the best time to play a fighting game is when you have a whole bunch of people over.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fun doing that shit alone. You after a while, you just like, I'm already over this.
Well, you know, it's cool to have
to get so good that when your friends come over, you fuck their worlds up.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's fun to have people in there that actually pass the controller around. Not this nigga over here who's just whooping everybody's ass with Sagat. Which Street Fighter 5, 6?
You play as Bob Saget?
Doesn't have Sagat in it, so fuck that game.
Oh, that's the one you get. You say, Henry, let's play it. He doesn't get to play as Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Next thing they showed was Dead Rising 4.
I like Dead Rising.
Frank West is back.
I don't care about Frank West.
I mean, to be fair, he pretty much. It looked like Dead Rising mixed with Saints Row as far as like one of the scenes showed him having like an exosuit.
Interesting.
And he was just like picking up road signs out of the ground with a big ass rock attached to it and just going apeshit with it.
I mean, Resident Evil went totally left field and started adding all sorts of crazy shit.
No, this is right up Dead Rising's alley, so it's not a surprising thing. But it was one cool part where he had this fucking gun and shot candy canes out. I wasn't gonna lie.
So you're just gonna be like an Iron Man MacGyver, just getting to just destroy hordes of zombies. That sounds awesome.
That shoots crossbows with candy canes.
As long as I don't have to get Zombrix and bring it to some kid like every 5 hours.
You know that's gonna be a thing. I can't.
Hey, hello? Anyone there? Over here. Hello? Get on my fucking nerves.
I can't play that game for the sole reason that I can't break my controllers. They cost too much. It gets so frustrating that I start throwing shit.
As mad as I was at that game, I like Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 2.
It was fun. It had its moments. It's just it had those real frustrating moments.
The better you are, the harder it gets. That's what's cool too. Is like you can just play it and not like level up and not save all the people and not do the stories right. And then like the time will come and then like in the first Dead Rising and then the helicopter comes and it's like, oh, shitty ending. You don't actually get off, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's the end of the game. But then like you can basically play the whole game and not see the cultists and not fight certain bosses. But if you start becoming a badass, then like you start seeing new type of enemies. Like in I think, was it the first one or the second one? I played through and never saw like, I can't stop saying like, but never saw like Never saw the army guys. Never saw the cultists. Just fought zombies the whole game. And then I got better at it and fought army dudes and harder bosses.
He tried so
And it was so
Did
cool.
not say like.
Yeah, it was so cool. I don't want to be a valley girl.
Like,
Ugh.
alright.
annoying.
Yeah, so that's coming next year, I think. No, that comes out in December, I think, this year.
I'm excited.
Scalebound was next.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, Scalebound.
Okay, you remember in the last trailer they showed...
My pet dragon.
Yeah, you remember last trailer they showed he went in the cave and then like the other players came behind him and they went black? This showed what happened after that.
They get into a fight.
Yeah, they fought this gigantic fucking
They
creature.
team up to fight
Yeah.
the guy.
And it is just basically just like them just all tag teaming the damn thing, and my man calling this dragon Big Guy to come help him, like carry him around to like a certain part to a weak point to shoot him. All that stuff's going on. Oh god,
We're getting that.
Scalebound
Okay.
looks fucking tight. It looks so good.
We can all have different dragons and
Yeah,
stuff.
you all have you can. I'm assuming you'll be able to customize one to some degree. I guess. I don't
That's
know.
cool.
It looks so fucking fun. I cannot lie. That game looked tight. Even though I know some people don't like the main guy because he's just like he looks like a fucking douchebag wearing Dre Beats. I'm like I don't give a shit. Like I'm cool with his character. So and basically that game is just like a dubstep version of like the never ending story that's like rated.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, all that combined is one fucking game.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, that comes out, but it got pushed back to next year, which I'm not mad
It's
about.
like Sunset Overdrive
Yeah.
meets Dragons.
Yeah. And I don't know what the date is, but it comes out sometime next year. I know it got pushed back, so I'm like, take your time, finish it, don't rush it.
Yeah.
So, Sea of Thieves is next.
That sounds
It was
interesting.
a rare replay, not rare replay, but a rare game. It's an open world pirate game. I fucking hate pirates. This game looks kind of fun though. It's just like you and your friends get on a boat, y'all can go around exploring different islands and shit, and another group can come up behind y'all, beside y'all somewhere. You could have fucking like
That's right.
boat battles,
Dark
and
Zone to the Dead Sea.
pretty much. And you actually have to like when you start taking damage, somebody has to quit doing something that they were doing before to go down to the bottom to repair it. Otherwise, they'll fucking sink the ship.
That's awesome.
So like, yeah, everybody
you
has
can
to
swing onto their ships.
Yeah, exactly.
Hand to hand. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it looks fun. Everybody has to do a certain thing. They can't just be like, we're going to sit around. Everybody has an actual important role to do. Otherwise,
It's all online.
Yeah,
And so it's like Black Flag, but social.
pretty much.
Oh, for
Yeah,
fuck's
but I
sake.
get the same thing. Like, I'm not really. I see that people are obsessed with pirates.
Yeah.
And I don't get the obsession, but I'm obsessed with Ghostbusters, so I
Yeah.
can't say anything.
No, I love pirates. I hate our clan. This is not going to work with us. This is not going to work
You were
with our
saying it's
Destiny
like I'm
clan.
telling other people to go buy that game. That's not happening.
I'll tell you right now, no matter what you guys told me to do, I'm swinging onto their boats to stab them in the face.
James being James, stop.
James, go to the bottom of the boat and repair it. Fuck y'all's boat. I'm stealing theirs.
And then we're dead.
Oh, man. We're about to sink so
I
fast.
die immediately on their boat. Great.
Who's next? State of Decay 2 was next. If you like this, fucking
I
time
heard
to
good
game.
things about State of Decay.
Yeah, I
but
heard it
never
was
got
great.
into
I never did get around to playing it.
Didn't that pop up for free on Games for Gold, the first one?
No, I'd have got that.
I think
shit.
the first one did pop up for free, and I missed it.
It's been cheap, but I don't think it's ever been free.
Ooh, I don't know them.
What the hell is
I
that
wish
Bird's Eye View zombie game?
Project Zomboid?
No, this one had like a
Ew!
DLC
No,
called
no, no, no.
Stormborn.
I know what you're talking about. No, fuck that game. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's like some cheap ass indie game that you're talking about.
Yeah, I played that for a little
Yeah.
bit. I didn't get off
No.
the beach. I
No,
just
no, no.
turned it off.
I know exactly what you're talking about. No, fuck that game. Now Nintendo was just yet again sit the fuck down.
The little brother.
Yeah.
Wait for me, guys.
Because they came out saying, "Oh, this is gonna be 4 times stronger than Xbox and PS4."
The Xbox
and
is
then
like,
just
we're 4 times stronger than ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is like 16 times stronger than your NX.
So I'm like, Nintendo has to stop trying to just do that. Look, man, just come out with good games. That's all people ask for. If you do that, it'll y'all be all right.
Give me a Metroid, man. I've been saying this for years.
Yeah. That ended their conference. I'm going to go through these next ones pretty quick because we've been talking for like 40-something minutes. Ubisoft was next. They had Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is like an open world Ghost Recon game. Looked kind of cool.
I don't do stealth.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Then the Ubisoft came out with South Park, a.k.a. Coon and Friends, a.k.a. Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
And...
I loved the first one, and I will love this one.
Yeah.
Pre-order it, and you get a free copy
if you actually pre-order that now, you get the free copy of Stick
I
of Truth.
don't need a free copy because I already got it.
It's
that's
for
what I'm
people,
going to do.
like me who didn't play Stick of Truth.
Oh, y'all are going to love it.
Yeah.
And I love superheroes more than I love fantasy, so
Yeah.
the sequel is going to be amazing to me.
They had their press conference, and that was, I mean, they came on stage, that was cool. And they ended it with Watch Dogs 2, which takes place in fucking San Francisco, and it's for the black dude. We win it again. Let's go.
Curse you, black boys! Curse you, Negroes! Stealing all my main roles!
Yeah. Watch Dogs 1, I didn't get around to playing it. My cousin did. He said it was fun. Some people say he didn't like it.
There was way too much hype, and then the game was glitchy, and buggy. I, from the start, never cared about Watch Dogs, and I was confused that so many people were waiting, and they were like, I guess I'll hang out in San Andreas for a month, and then it's Watch Dogs time, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I've had a really good track record of calling shitty games, I feel like. And I'm pretty sure that there's like a couple of instances that we could bring up that'll totally debunk what I just said. I probably was like, man, Drake of 99 Dragons looks good. No, I never said that. But I knew Watch Dogs was going to suck. I know No Man's Sky is going to suck. Nobody fucking believes me. Whatever. Watch Dogs 2. If you fucking had fun playing the first one, go for it. I saw the trailer. It has, like, you know, better parkour, better fucking gadgetry shit, but it's... You're playing as, like, some, like, tech hacker. You're basically playing Mr. Robot on fucking meth. And the story, if that's what you're into, all that hacker shit, that's great, but just give me Grand Theft Auto any day.
See, I was really excited about Watch Dogs, and that just, like, slowly declined. And then when it came out, I was in the I don't give a fuck area. And then I
got delayed a lot, too.
And then I watched somebody play it, and there are parts in there where if you get caught, the mission's over. Like
that shit's annoying.
I hate those types of missions in any game.
See, I'm cool with it because I play Splinter Cell. That happened to me all the fucking time.
They do that in Assassin's Creed a lot too.
So which is made by Ubisoft, so it makes sense.
Oh boy.
So I don't know.
It's like, oh, you got caught. Sorry, you got to start all the way over. Like, cool.
There's a couple of games I get bad feelings about. I can't explain them and I can't bring it up because people are like, well, why? And I'm just like, I can't tell you, but I'm sorry, No Man's Sky's gonna suck. Watch Dogs sucks. All right, move on.
I mean, I guess we'll see in a couple of months whenever it comes out.
Man, I'm hoping No Man's Sky doesn't suck.
It's gonna be the worst. It's gonna be the biggest letdown.
That was the end of Ubisoft's. Next was Sony, which is they started off with fucking God of War 4, and
he's got a cheering.
The crowd went ape shit.
I don't get that either.
Because
I know I do get it. I see the appeal for God of War, but it's not.
I mean, if you like games like fucking Devil May Cry and stuff like that,
and Dante's Inferno,
then I can see that.
No, I don't. Push Y, push B, push Y, push B.
Bayonetta.
Stop telling me what to push.
Bayonetta.
Just let me play a game. It's a game. Let me play it. Stop telling me what buttons to push on the screen. Why is there a giant red B hovering above this bad guy? Oh, because that's the button you want me to push? I'm good at games.
Hey man, is it any better than Smash Brothers?
Smash Brothers doesn't sit there and tell you what
No, I'm
buttons
saying
you need
it's
to
the
push.
same button smashing shit. Those same
It's
thing.
not button smashing.
pretty much.
Button smash and Smash Brothers and beat
That
me.
goes in that same category as Tekken. It's the same thing.
No, you cannot button smash and beat me.
It's the same thing. It's the same shit.
Can you button smash and beat people in Tekken?
I can do that in any fighting game.
Smash Brothers isn't a fighting game; it's a platformer.
Same shit.
If you button smash, you're gonna just fall off the level and I get points. Kaiser's smiling because he knows I'm right.
No, it's not. That is a fighting game at the end of the day.
Oh, it's not.
If I'm 1v1ing you, that's not. We're not platforming 1v1. You're fighting against me, correct? If it was
technically, that's a technicality. That's such a technicality.
Like if it was a game where it was just like who can get to this platform without the other person dying, I will totally agree with you.
Get on Facebook.com/Permakids and we're gonna post up a question that is related to this and tell us what you think, fans. We don't get enough conversation out of you guys, so talk to us. No, we actually do. We have some good fans actually, but get on there and tell us what you think. Is Smash Brothers a fighting game? And can you button mash and beat Smash Brothers? And other questions. I don't remember what we were just saying. But let's move on.
Cool. Next was some game called Days Gone, still the zombie game.
So many zombie games!
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Sons of Anarchy in a zombie apocalyptic world. It's weird. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
They showed The Last Guardian again. It comes out October 25th, 2016.
Never in the story.
Cool. I get to ride Falcor and play the Atreyu pretty much. Horizon Zero Dawn got showed again. They showed an actual gameplay of it.
Nice.
Looks good.
I'm excited.
DUN done.
You get to fight against robotic dinosaurs, and it looked pretty tight. There's some new game they have coming out called Detroit Become Human. It's fucking weird. Like
I'm already like worried.
It's weird. It should be like
what?
Oh, it's got button prompts, so you might as well go ahead and exit that conversation. But
it looked kind of like Dos Ex, which also has a new one coming out. I think.
What was that game? 1861, whatever.
1861.
Everybody it looked really beautiful. These time travelers go back in time.
The Order.
Yeah,
The Order.
Yeah, that
people
game
were freaking out. They were like, "This game looks so good," and I was just like, I don't know.
It did. It still does look good.
because it's a movie.
No,
Iron Man looks good.
The game itself looked good. It was just that they didn't let you play enough of it. That was the problem.
It's not a game.
It's an interactive movie.
Yeah, it was too much of that going on. But the game itself looked. I thought it looked good. It just like
it does look amazing. It still looks amazing.
Yeah, like why don't y'all let me play the game more?
But it's
Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar looks amazing.
You might as well just watch it on YouTube because you're doing just as much work watching it on YouTube.
One guy buys the game. He puts it on YouTube. We all watch it. The company makes $60. They learn their lesson.
That's kind of what happened. Like one guy did that, and he put all the
he put all the game
on YouTube.
Yeah, and that hurt the sales.
Yeah,
and I think the worst part about it is it's not like Telltale where you have like different endings. It's just got that one ending. It's not like you have this like interactive.
Not to mention, you know what
choice.
you're getting into playing a Telltale game, but going into Order 1881,
it looked all high action.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking like this is gonna be just balls out action. It was just like too many button prompts.
Best movie ever.
Next Crash. Oh, we can talk about Detroit Become Human. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just know you play as like a fucking android, and he was like a negotiator for a hostage situation. It was weird, but he was on the roof talking to this other android who was about to jump off this little girl, and you basically did choice like you did different outcomes of like how the situation could end. So like you were going over there like one of them could end with him just jumping off with the fucking girl.
So it's trial and error. It's heavy rain.
Pretty much.
Type stuff.
I don't know if it makes it to where you can leave that decision and if that carries to the next thing that's going on.
Would be cool.
I don't know.
I do kind of like those a little bit more than the button mashing or not button mashing, but the prompted buttons for action.
Yeah.
I don't want to push a button and see a bunch of really cool stuff happen. I don't mind pushing a button and seeing a decision being made and just somebody talking. Because I liked LA Noire. I like other games that mess with that.
Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 got announced to be rebooted or remastered, I should say. 1, 2, and there's another one called Vortex. Is the third one?
Yeah,
that one. That they're all getting remastered, and he's going to be in the next Skylanders game too. So Crash Bandicoot, their original mascot, is coming back.
People are going to be excited.
Yes, they are.
What y'all got against Crash, man?
I worded that correct. I tricked myself into saying it nicely, and I said people are going to be excited. And then Kaiser said, "Yes, they are."
What's wrong with Crash?
I have nothing against Crash.
Yeah,
I
neither do I.
I just don't.
Nothing against
I just don't miss them. I don't care.
Y'all are PlayStation fans. That's how I know this. If y'all were, y'all would understand how important this is. Resident Evil 7 VR got announced.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's gonna be scary as hell.
And this is going back to the original roots. It's not.
Oh, we're not doing the shooter type thing.
We're not just
It's
going
actually
around just playing fucking siphon filter.
It's moving
anymore.
slowly through like a scary building and
it's
dark corners.
It's what PT was going to be, but in Resident Evil version, and it's virtual reality.
Oh, that's
so that looked tight. And they announced Star Wars Battlefront X-Wing VR mission also with Project Morpheus virtual VR. What do you want to call it?
nice.
Insomniac Games is making a Spider-Man game.
Saw that.
And
Looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
It looks awesome.
At first, now we all know usually those games are terrible. Like we talked about the other day, I was like, the fact that Insomniac Games made it, who made Sunset Overdrive, that game
It's gonna be high. Yeah. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be high action. The last Spider-Man game that came out for those movies was terrible.
Yeah.
And we were all like riding the rails of like Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, which are actually just open world fun games. And so we just kind of assumed each Spider-Man game was going to be good. No.
So actually, I would go back farther than that. I was riding the rails of fucking Separation Anxiety and Maximum Carnage.
Yes, those
That's
were
what I was
good.
gonna say. I haven't liked the Spider-Man games since Maximum Carnage.
Really? You didn't like Spider-Man 2?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I had Ultimate Spider-Man on GameCube, and it was open world, but all cell shady and shadery, and Eddie Brock being Peter Parker's childhood friend. It was a whole bunch of fuckery that I just didn't like.
Well, this one does look good. This one looks really good.
Yeah.
There was that weird Spider-Man Dimensions game where like there was like a noir one where he was like black and he had like a fedora.
I remember that game coming out, but I never played it.
I never played it either.
That sounds.
But yeah, it was like that Madam Web storyline
Yeah,
shit.
she like
and I was
split. Yeah, whatever. Move on.
yeah.
They ended it. Did they end the book up? There was some other stuff that they did. I can't remember what they were, so I didn't write those down because I left and come back to work. But I think one of the last things I remember them seeing, they showed a new part of a level of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which cool. Hey, it's in space. It had space battles that look kind of tight.
I'm not excited about either one of those games. Don't get me wrong, but I still wonder why. I guess people were just tired of going further into the future. Why is it World War One wanted and not space battles?
Because there's too many space battles.
The last 3 they had, they've all been kind of like either like they've all been set in the future. So I think everybody's just kind of tired of that.
But not just their franchise, but like space battle, like Halo. If you like the gameplay of Halo, you're never gonna get to see World War One. Call of Duty's the only like franchise that can really take it back that way, or Battlefield. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's so many games that take place in the future, some like alternate universe.
It just dawned on me. It was just like if I wanted to play a game in space, I'd go and buy Destiny. All right, well, fair enough.
Because Destiny's the best shooter out of all of them. Fuck y'all.
We're the Destiny's child.
And you Call of Duty fans and Battlefield fans can't see me in Destiny. That's all I'm saying. You know why you can't see me? Because we can't have custom games, but y'all can. Bullshit.
Oh my god.
Hey man, we get going this September.
I'm about to cry right now.
Going into that though, Rise of Iron got announced, which is the next expansion of Destiny, and you get to see what the fuck's going on with Lord Saladin. You get to see
Sidebar.
You get to see a new Cosmodrome. You get to see some fucking wolves. All the Fallen got mutated, and it is some shit happening. We get a new raid, all that good stuff.
Nice.
We might get custom games. We might not. Probably won't. Probably won't come till next year when Destiny 2 comes out. Fuck you, Bungie, for that bullshit. And to end, the last conference that I watched was Nintendo. Who put me to fucking sleep. They showed Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I was like, you showed me the last fucking game again, and it's just, I think one of the new features I saw that you can now do 4-player battles.
That's been a thing.
Like with one.
No, it's like free for all battles instead of teams, so you can actually pick what trainer you want to attack.
You just do defensive moves until they kill themselves.
Yeah, I wasn't that
somebody
big on
told
it
me. Somebody told me that they fixed it to where you can't cheat. You can't upload Pokemon with your phone anymore. My brother told me that.
Really?
And I said, if that's the case, if Game Freak fixed it to where people can't cheat, I'll come back to Pokemon. But for now, if I spend like years and years playing it and somebody just fucking creates one in an app and downloads it into their game, I don't want to do it. I'm not playing on that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I probably ain't gonna do that.
Don't
either.
fucking waste your time if people can just be Neo.
Hey,
It's weird how Game Freak is forcing us to be sociable.
Hey man, welcome to Division. That's how we feel when you go in that dark zone and everybody's been cheating the whole fucking time.
Oh yeah, with the floating gun over our head, kill
No,
us.
those are glitches.
Just put in another game. I'll play. That's why I want to play single player. That's what made me want to play single player was Pokemon cheats and stuff. Also, I just wasn't good at Destiny.
Talk about it. When you were good, you just quit playing it.
Yeah, I just stopped. I did just stop.
Lastly, they showed Pokemon Sun and Moon, and they showed some of Pokemon Go. That was cool. Some of the shit they said that like to like hatch eggs and shit, you have to physically go outside and walk. Like they were saying that like
Guess who's not gonna be hatching any eggs?
Yeah, like you can't put it in a car and drive, right? It actually can tell that you're not
It's
walking.
got a pedometer.
What
right
if it's like? What if you're on a bike?
That didn't work either.
But in the game, when you're on a bike, it goes faster.
Yeah.
So they should figure that out.
They say you have to walk. Like otherwise, it's not gonna work. I was just like you.
So all these times of me just pushing left on the D-pad and then right on the D-pad to hatch eggs, because my character just walks and walks. Now it's actually me that has to walk.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to lose weight. I might get in on this.
Yeah, man. We tried to get me to work out. It ain't gonna work. I don't do things.
Hey man, it's Pokemon though.
I ain't hatching no eggs.
No, they did this. They did this with. They already tried this out with Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They came out with these little pedometers that look like Pokeballs. You remember those?
Yeah.
You could transfer one in, and the more you walked, the more they would level up. You transfer it back, and it's like your 7th Pokemon, and they'd be really happy. Like, so you could, if you needed a Pokemon to be happy, you could transfer it in, walk around the day, and then they would evolve however you needed them to be, and it was all right. But they broke. Mine broke. Like, I washed them in the washing machine, forgot about them a lot.
I might hatch me a Vulpix if I can't find one to catch.
That's how it's gonna start, man. Next thing you know, Kyler's gonna be weighing like fucking 10 pounds.
He's wearing like a speed suit, walking the mall with all the old people at like 6 a.m.
When it's his cell phone in his hand, like, what are you doing, man?
Pokemon
Morning, Agnes.
Hey, Kaiser! You hatched that Eevee yet? I'm almost there. How your grandkids doing? You got into SFA. That's what I'm talking about.
That'd be the worst thing. Oh god.
You only wish to achieve. You only wish to believe if you need to achieve.
Oh man. And then finally it ended with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
I saw where they scanned in Wolf Link from Twilight Princess on the Amiibo. It looks that looks awesome. I saw
They're going to
where
start
you
using the amiibo stuff to like, oh, my character's hungry. I have an apple toy. Now my character has an apple. And weapons can break now, and
Yeah.
like it looks more of a survival game.
Yeah.
And I want to say IGN posted not too long ago that they went back to how the very first Legend of Zelda is. By that I mean you could walk up on the last boss of the game at the beginning of the game.
I shouldn't be here.
And you could actually apparently you could beat them and just that would be the end of the game. But
people are gonna keep playing and wanting to be the most powerful. Because what I saw Link in like a knight armor, and so apparently you can just get super powerful. And then like the stuff he can do with like magic, where he can like lift crap and like drop it on things, that looked awesome. So you could, I guess, wander up onto the main bad guy, figure out his moves, beat him, see the credits, or you can spend a lot of time in becoming
like you could
fucking superhero.
Yeah, in the first game, all you needed were bombs. You could get into Ganon's castle. Now, whether you're gonna make it all the way to Ganon with 3 hearts, that's debatable. But
so now this is kind of cool though too, because speed runs aren't going to matter because like everybody will be able to do them.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what Nintendo had.
Pokemon and Zelda.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Yeah, they didn't show anything about the NX. They didn't show anything about any Metroid or anything else. No
And
Mario stuff.
this is what I was saying was like, we're already excited about Pokemon and Zelda, but we've already known about them. So for them to just show us the things we're already excited about is kind of crappy
That's
move.
what made it boring.
Yeah.
But they always make a point to make sure people know that it's not.
That's not
that
the only
they're
thing.
not trying to compete with other ones. It's not like a conference. It was called the Treehouse. They were just showing demos basically, and I'm just like, y'all can call it all you want to. You held it at E3,
But Sony won. God damn it.
That's my next thing as far as like who came out on top. I don't like picking these. Upon first reaction, Sony got that like pretty. It was pretty. I came back to work. I was like, it's kind of not even fair, man. Like, 'cause they didn't bullshit around. They didn't show unnecessary shit. It was just like game trailer. Like just they weren't even people in between talking. It was
nonsense.
Nothing. Yeah, it was straight to the point. Everybody was just like, oh my god, oh. Yeah. And then I sat down. I thought about it, and I was now I'm calm and relaxed. They probably still had the better show, but the majority of the games they showed aren't even coming out till either next year or fucking whenever. Oh shit! I didn't talk about Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding game with fucking Norman Reedus.
I think we started to talk about it.
And I think we sidetracked.
No, yeah, we talked about it before we started the podcast.
Right. My bad. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Hideo Kojima showed up and he debuted the trailer.
Kojima Productions.
Yes. He debuted the trailer.
Which I heard he's getting fired from. No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna get fired from
what? They showed the trailer. You see Norman Reedus on this fucking beach full of oil and shit. And he's like butt naked.
We're not excited that we're not saying that we're excited that it's Norman Reedus. Like that's not the fucking selling point. But they're taking whatever graphics they used for PT and they're like, yeah, let's use these. So yeah, it's a very confusing trailer. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't describe it. All I know was Norman Reedus was laying on the fucking beach butt naked and he was covered in oil.
Crying,
he was crying, handcuffed to a fucking baby, and
the baby disappears.
Yeah, and he stands up and he's just like, what the fuck happened? There's fingerprints all over my body. I don't know how they got here. And then you look in the background and there's like these like floating fucking beings and it says Death Stranding, and I'm just like, I fucking freaked out. I don't even know why I freaked out because I don't know what the hell happened. But I think Hideo was pretty much the only reason why everybody was just like going ape shit.
It's going to play with our brains. That game is going to mess with our minds.
Yeah.
And I love it. I can't wait.
So, yeah, I forgot to bring that up. But as far as who won,
Sony
had a better show. But like I said, the majority of the shit ain't coming out till 17 or... I don't.
That's
that one with
fine.
Hideo Kojima probably won't come out till like fucking 2020 as far as I know of.
Man, you know though, with Bethesda being like, hey guys, Fallout 4, we're announcing it, and it comes out in a month, basically last year.
They were one of the rare people that did that. Microsoft, I guess they did that with Inside, even though it was announced 2 years ago. So they were like, it comes out June 29th,
but that was a game changer to me, because like it doesn't matter how many cool things you show me, because you can show me that in the future we're gonna have teleportation.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't do anything for me until we get it. You know, and then the longer we know about it and we have to wait for it, the less the magic is the more the magic's gonna wear off. And so it's a bold move. Like right now, after E3 just finished, Sony, oh man, they showed us a bunch of really cool trailers, cool games, but we're gonna have to wait so long for them that we're gonna be playing all this other shit in between.
Kind of like how I feel about Mighty Number 9. It's about to come out in the next couple of months, and I give no fucks.
But you're still excited about Cuphead.
Oh, of course.
What's the majority of Sony shit VR?
No, it was. They only showed like a couple. I think they only showed like one little segment as far as that goes.
Man,
the majority of games weren't in there.
But to me, the VR shit, VR is a fad.
No.
It was a fad in
the 90s.
No,
you couldn't be more wrong.
In the
than
80s?
So?
No.
In the 80s, they had those 3D movies, and in the 90s, they had that Virtual Boy, the Nintendo Virtual Boy. That was when it was a fad. Now that they've
hurt.
Even then, if people were calling that a
cancer.
fad back then, and look, it's still here. It didn't go anywhere. It's just getting better than each time it comes back around.
Now that it's like they're figuring it out and it looks good, I think it's going to change.
HTC Vive.
Don't get me wrong, it does look good. It looks so fucking amazing.
I think it's going to change everything. It's
HTC Vive and the Oculus are selling like crazy people. So
instead of you logging onto Facebook, you're going to put like a fucking thing on your head and you're going to see other characters, like the people that are online, you're going to see them and you're going to be able to interact with them and shit. Like that's what VR is going to start doing, and it's going to be a big part of our lives.
That sounds fucking terrible. I want nothing to do with interacting with people in a virtual reality world.
Well, you can just your avatar can just be death. You eventually feel like, oh shit, there's Kaiser, let's get out of here.
Except maybe a handful of porn stars I would like to interact with.
And you will be. And you'll be able to have virtual sex with them.
Regular people, I don't want anything to do with that shit.
But yeah, VR should have stayed, man. It's not going anywhere.
We'll see. Time will tell. I can kind of.
Way too much money's been invested in this now for it to be a
But
fad.
they've been investing a lot of money in it for the longest.
And it's still here. So can that be a fad if it's still here?
It's here in minimal. It's not the way they've been making it seem like it's here. It's not like, boom, I'm out here. Everybody can get me right now. Let's go.
Woodrow's here, everybody.
Yeah. But you can go get it
He's been
now.
here the whole time. He's been sitting quietly.
If you want VR, you can go get it right
To an
now.
extent, though.
Which
What
one?
extent?
Which
Any
one?
of them.
'Cause I got the Google Cardboard. You got to get
Even that. See what I'm saying? Even that little ass. You can go get
And
a cardboard box for $6 and do the same shit. Just doesn't look near as good. But
you can get the dev kits. But
no. They're both out, like for you to buy.
Which one?
The Vive and Oculus Rift.
I'm gonna get an Oculus Rift.
You can buy both of those, and then the PlayStation VR comes out later this year. That's 3 sets.
Don't get me wrong. I'm getting one.
I mean, you gotta get a PlayStation, but
That's already in the works too. Because
So
the games
Oculus
that
is
I've
gonna
seen
work
is
with my
fucking
computer and
amazing.
shit?
Just make me want
yeah,
to
and
have
I
get
think
certain like apps, whatever, theater shit, and certain
And then
things.
Oculus is supposed to do a thing with Microsoft to partner to work on Xbox and PC at the same time. So
you're gonna be able to probably play like older games too. What sucks is like what I'm thinking right now is that DC Universe Online needs to change something to where they can make it first person.
Well, DC,
I don't think that
they need to. They
need
just
to
need to
leave that
fix the
alone.
game. They just get it
It's
to
fine.
work on Xbox for now.
But a superhero game where you can actually fly over the city VR,
they would have to redo that entire game for that they did that with that. With
or like a
DC.
Spider-Man game where you're actually like throwing
That'd
your
be
arms
cool.
up.
Yeah.
There is a game like that on VR already. It's
I
not
need it.
Spider-Man, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, but if they wanted to do something like that, like a DC universe with VR, it would have to just be built from the ground up.
Oh, yeah.
It would have to be DC universe VR.
Well,
I'll be okay with that.
Grand
I'll fuck
Theft
with that.
Auto didn't have first person when it first came out, and then they were like, "Oh, we're bringing it out for the Xbox One and PS4," and now you have first person mode.
I still kind of think of Grand Theft Auto on a smaller scale than DC though.
And it looks way better than DC Universe does.
Well, it's online. They gotta do all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So-
they would have to.
I guess Grand Theft Auto is online too, but it's
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah,
They would have to
at
rebuild
most
that
you
from
have
the
like 16
ground up to
30
do
people.
that.
16
Otherwise,
people
it'd
in
be
a session.
like me just looking through VR and my little ass character flying around and shit.
I'm gonna get an Oculus Rift. I'm gonna plug it into my Xbox. I'm gonna put on Grand Theft Auto. I'm gonna get in an airplane. I'm gonna jump out, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm never gonna activate my parachute
Just gonna keep doing that over and over.
until I die in real life.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. Sony got it, man.
Cool. So yeah, awesome. Anybody else have anything?
What episode number is it?
This is episode 38. This has been the E3. This is our second E3 episode. Check out our last podcasts and our old skits and all of our stuff. And Permakids.net might have some old information, but come visit us and check out our Facebook and our YouTube and subscribe and follow and do all the things so we can become famous YouTubers who make millions of dollars talking about bullshit.
Then E3 can contact us and we can go out there and that'd be
And we'll remember the people that boosted us up on their shoulders, and we'll give them $1.
Shout out to Samus Aran. We pulling for your girl.
No,
We
because
wanna do
he
Metro.
no, he's not pulling for you, Samus, because the guy that made you and the guy that made Mega Man is making a new game. He wasn't even excited about it.
This is like
Recon.
Federation Mega.
Rico.
Oh, the actual guy. Okay, never mind. But I mean, there is a Metroid Federation Megaforce or some bullshit coming out.
Oh,
No
you
one
talking about
cares.
the soccer with blasters? That's
Sort
cool.
of. Yeah, it's a game no
Yeah.
one cares about. But
That's
cool.
called Mega Man Soccer. It came out for the Super Nintendo, and my dad would rent it
God
for me after I
damn.
played soccer in real life.
Cool. So,
I
all right.
forgot about that. All right. I guess. Okay, bye.
My Tanner.
True.